Yes, guys, right, welcome to another episode of Matt Zina Acting Tips. Okay, so it's been Christmas, bits and bats, I've been putting on some content, but I thought it's time to sit and do another episode where I sit and talk and give you as many tips as I can from my 20 plus years worth of experience in this industry. So, I am going to be talking about voiceover and why it's the key to unlocking your career and turning it into a full-time career. Okay, so you're an actor and you go to acting classes and you're at the stage now where it's like, right, I want to kind of do this full-time and maybe sick of the day job, and I want to build a career in this industry. So, you know, you're kind of auditioning, you're going for these big jobs. I've done loads of content on what I call peripheral acting jobs, where you can build a business, and the number one on that particular bit of content is voiceover. It's the big deal, it's the main thing that's going to get you earning money regularly and quickly and potentially giving up the day job and performing for a living. So let's just take that bit that I've just said, performing for a living. Voiceover transfers all of the skills that you've accumulated as an actor, okay? Being able to perform, being able to act, being able to basically act, but they're just taking your voice, all right? There is some skill to it, and it's very, very easy to transfer and learn if you're already an actor or performer, okay? As well as that, the type of work that's available is so varied. You know, you can do voiceover for in between BBC shows. In fact, I know somebody who does that. You can do. Come on, why is my brain not working? You can do video games. Everybody loves video games these days, all right? You can voice them. And we've actually had a few castings, we've had a few people do things like that. You can do advert voiceovers, all right? There's so much content going out at the minute. People advertising in various different ways and using voiceovers to images to really represent their brand. And like I say, you can actually get big deals because a lot of brands want to use the same voice, because your voice becomes the kind of hook or the voice that gets recognised and associated with that brand. Voiceover work is quite abundant, all right? And lots of actors haven't tapped into this or realised that this is actually the case. So if you're an actor and you really, really are in the category of wanting to get, you know, take yourself away from your full-time job, maybe go part-time and do more performing, or maybe you just really want to go all in, then voiceover work is for you, all right? I have the solution for you as well. On the 10th of February, we've got a webinar going on with MZA. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can join us. And it's an introduction to voiceover course with Alan Shires, who's one of our teachers at MZA, and he is amazing, and he's a specialist voiceover coach, and he's holding a course which is usually 150 quid, but if it's actually taken up before the end of January, then that is just half price at £75. So make sure you get in touch, and I will give you the details of that voiceover course. It's going to be fantastic. In fact, the last one we did launch quite a few voiceover careers, including one chap who actually won Best Newcomer Award in the Voiceover Awards, which is amazing. So how plausible is it that you're able to just set up a kind of voiceover studio at home? It's actually really easy and it's cheap, okay? That's one thing that Alan actually goes over on this course. I spoke to the head of the Voiceover Network, so if you listen to my podcast, I actually interviewed the head of the Voiceover Network, and she said, look, you can get yourself set up with a professional booth, recording equipment for as little as 180 quid. Now, what a way to start a business with such small investment, you know? So, for me, voiceover is something that you should be thinking about yesterday, okay? And if you haven't, you should. I'm going to leave it there. Welcome and thank you for watching another episode of Matt Zina Acting Tips. Make sure you watch next week, but most importantly, make sure you subscribe, press the bell button so you get every single episode, and leave your comments. And if you've got any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Bye!